Critical level. Particles full, ready and ready.
If I had only arrived earlier. I'm so sorry, Colonel.
Alright, this is where I realized I want to switch from text to commentary, because this is going to take a long time to do, and it would be much easier if I just explain what I did and how I did it. This is my third attempt, I believe, and I think I figured out, well, it seems to have worked out as the best strategy. So, the beginning of this boss is not that bad. It's hard, but I noticed that there's kind of a pattern. Now, I haven't completely figured it out yet, but based on my last failure, I figured out what I can do to complete this. Now, the best thing you're going to want to do, this is the best way to prepare you to do this. I'll state it off pretty quickly, and I'll let you watch the gameplay to see what I did. So, the basic thing you want to do here is spam railgun and the psychodrome, and occasionally the smart missiles. But it doesn't really matter what you do in the first phase, just as long as you can get Mirai to her next phase, then you're good, or at least you're getting to the hard part anyway. I'll put a timestamp on screen and maybe there. Okay, so now that you're at the hard part of this boss fight, the strategy is going to become more solidified here. You're going to want to use railguns and psychodrome. That's pretty much your main two things that you're going to need here. You're going to need your railgun and your psychodrome. You're going to need to stick with those. Now, you do want to fire your smart cannon when it's available, because it's really just to keep the pressure on Mirai, because you need to keep the pressure on. The thing here is, you're regenerating health, and so is she. If you do it effectively, and you're not screwing up, you will be able to regenerate all your health. And trust me, you're going to lose some health at the beginning of the fight. Unless, well, I don't know. I wasn't really doing the same strategy at the beginning of this fight, and I could do more tests. But honestly, this is really just a one-time thing. You're not going to want to do this every time. Just play on normal, otherwise, or on easy. Anyway, you want to spam your railgun, and you want to spam your psychodrome whenever it's available, and you want to have some pressure on her at all times. the reason you're going to be using your railgun, or the reason you're going to be going to it after release, you want to go to it every time after you release the Psychodrome. The reason you're doing that is because the railgun has the most range out of your arsenal. It has the most, you can fire it at the longest distance. Thing is, you can stay locked on if you're reloading, which you're going to need to do, because you're going to be reloading a lot. I thought this mech reloaded somewhat fast, but it actually takes a while to reload sometimes. So the smart missiles, honestly, are helpful in that regard too, because they also stay locked on for a good distance. But you want to be careful, and I do switch a lot to my top weaponry now, but the guns aren't really going to help you that much. The rockets will help you a little. No, actually, no, scratch that. They don't help you at all. Don't use the rockets. They're not going to help. She's going to use decoys every time you use them, and it's just not worth it. The bullets are really just there to keep damaging her, because when you damage her, you stop her from healing, and you need to keep the pressure on the whole time. If you need to take a break, just pause the game or something. Or if you need to, if you need to keep the pressure on or something, fire a smart missile. Do anything you can. Don't take off any pressure. This fight's really tough because you need to keep the pressure on the whole time. Don't let her gain the advantage. You do have the advantage, but you can lose it really quickly. Other most important thing. What killed me at the beginning of this video was running out of boost and not having particle shields. Make sure you always have particle shields in stock if you're close to losing boost, or if you lose boost. Do not lose boost. That is something you need to keep in mind. You can, see, I don't know why the AI does this, but it works to your favor. Do not wait till you're out of boost. If you're running low on boost, just stop boosting when you can, and because you can get away from most of her weaponry. The railgun's really the only thing that can damage you, and you're not going to have to go in a straight line. Just stop boosting when you have some boost left, and she won't be able, or she won't do anything for some reason. Now, I think shooting the missiles, the main missiles at her also, like the micro missiles, activates some of her abilities. I don't know why, but she was not using the Psychodrome throughout this match. And I'm not really sure why, but I think that those missiles might have something to do with it. She didn't use the Psychodrome. Either that or I was doing a good job of evading it, but I don't think that's the case. I just don't think she was using it. So, keep your distance. Although, to be fair, Mirai isn't that dangerous close range. Just don't go too slow, basically. I mean, those missiles won't be able to catch up to you if you just keep boosting. But obviously you're going to need to boost in certain directions sometimes. As you saw, I just meleeed her there. Not really I'm not really going to suggest that. But it won't hurt you that much, usually. She has a melee attack, but it's really pathetic compared to later on. And, well, not with Mirai, but with Yuliana's melee attack later on. It's not... you just... Let's forget about that. Hers is pretty pathetic. Mirai's is pretty pathetic. So yeah, just keep up a rhythm. You're going to need to get yourself into a rhythm of just switching between the three railgun, not particle cannon, Psychodrome, and smart missiles. They're three abilities that you're going to need to just keep using. And it's going to take a while. So, just don't, you're going to have to be patient, because it's going to take a while. This boss fight is not an easy boss fight, but this is the strategy that I used. And if you have any questions on it, I will be answering in the comments as always. Yeah, it's not too hard. I'd actually argue that Andy was harder because the Psychodrome he had was much more dangerous than whatever Mirai was using. Although, if you get caught off guard by Andy, you're going to be able to recover much more. The thing with Mirai is, you have the advantage, but do not lose that advantage because you will be punished. Mirai is a lot more punishing. In fact, a couple matches ago, I think it was, she apparently can actually enter your particle shields. So be careful with your particle shields too, because just because they may protect you from missiles that are coming after you, do not assume she can't just come in there and kill you, because she did that to me once. She came in there and basically pushed me out and slaughtered me. So do not just assume you can stay inside your particle shields. It's hard to stop yourself anyway in the Zaptra. So yeah, be careful with boosts. Boosts, like right here, that was awful, and I've had particle shields, so I was pretty safe. I mean, it's really just about rhythm and not letting your guard down. That's all it is. So I found this out somewhat quickly, but if you're having trouble, I think this will help a lot. Just use your railgun, just use your psychodrone, and you'll be good. So I'll let you watch the rest of the fight, and I'm going to tune out here. So yeah, hope this is helpful if you were having trouble on this fight. Don't expect me to do Pax Americana Part 2. Until then, have a great, stay frosty, and price this right. Good day, or good night.
Auto ready. Defense system on hardpoint 6 is ready. Hardpoint 4 reloaded and ready.
Even though we can feel others' pain, sadness, we still can't stop killing each other. Isn't that sad?
Mirai!
This is Whiskey 1. We found Colonel Andy's machine. I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I'm really sorry.